Hey there. Hey, my name's Chris Bean. So I'm a friend of the Chapeliers, and I want to introduce you to this new little espresso machine setup. You've got Pasquini gear, a little home espresso machine, and a grinder. And so yeah, I've cleaned these up, and I want to show you a little bit about how to use this machine, how to maintain it, kind of get the best out of it. And so yeah. First thing we'll jump into is just how to pull a shot of espresso, okay? So you want your portafilter to be kind of cleaned out and dry. Um, Good to have multiple towels on hand for this kind of environment. I like to have one towel that I dedicate to cleaning the portafilter, and that usually stays on the grinder like this, something like this. Okay, you turn on the grinder. So as the espresso is dosing into the doser, this is a manual doser, so you have to pull this handle to deliver the espresso. However, I want to weigh this out because we want roughly 20 grams of espresso. 18.5 to 20.5, that'll be a range that we're okay with. So I tear this to 0. Now I'm dosing the espresso into this as it's grinding. I already had some pre-ground and dosed. Now I'm going to tap this twice, 2 times, be very consistent, always twice. And then basically I'm going to use my finger and just take the excess back into the doser. I'm going to weigh this, see where we're at. 20 grams exactly. That's beautiful. That's perfect. That's what we want. Again, give or take a half a gram. Once we've done the 2 taps, we've dosed, we've made sure it's 20 grams. Now we're going to tamp. So I've got a tamper here. We're going to try to keep the portafilter level. I like to hold the tamper basically like a flashlight or a doorknob and just kind of keep there's ergonomically good ways to do this, but not a big deal for home espresso use. However, it kind of works for you is fine. But basically I press down, I bend my knees, body weight, 20 pounds of pressure. I let off the pressure, give this a little spin, and really you're just trying to create a nice smooth surface, also a flat level surface. So you're just wanting to pack the espresso down. Sometimes I feel this gap right here so that I can tell if it's level. If it's high on one side, just push it down. Again, smooth it off, tamper up there. You want to keep the tamper clean and dry, so be careful laying it anywhere. That's why I keep it up here, so it stays clean and dry. Now I've got the portafilter. I've got the 20 grams of espresso ground and dosed and tamped into the portafilter. I wipe off this surface and these 2 little wings or ears here, whatever you want to call those. Wipe the coffee off those in here because your group gasket is going to hit this ring, this part of the basket. And so you want to create a good seal there. Okay? So this is ready to engage. So now I'm gonna, I wanna flush a little water through the group head here. I'm gonna start, just hit your double shot button. I'm gonna start the water and hit this to stop it. So really just start and stop. Let it go 2 seconds. That'll rinse off the shower screen. It'll also, it's very hot, be careful, but it will also get this up to temperature. Gently engage the portafilter into the group head. And you'll figure out right where those 2 little wings fit in that, but it's basically at kind of a 45-degree angle here. Pressing it up, keeping it level. You want to engage the portafilter. You kind of have to hold the machine to steady it. And pull the portafilter tight until you're just barely past the 6 o'clock mark here. Like just barely starting to go to this side of the machine. Nice and tight. If you don't want to over tighten it, because you'll put too much pressure on your group head gasket and wear it out. But if you under tighten, if you don't tighten this enough, you'll have water that leaks out around the portafilter and drips out without going through the coffee. So you don't want that either. Okay, now we've got the portafilter engaged. We're gonna push this double shot button. First we need some kind of shot glass or a demitasse. This is a 4-ounce demitasse. So basically we want to pull a double shot, 2 ounces of espresso, so it'll get halfway full on this. So we're just gonna hit this button. Now, as you're pulling the shot of espresso, first 4 to 6 seconds, should nothing happen, it starts to drip slowly. If it doesn't drip at all, then your espresso grind might be too fine. That's probably the case right now. This is dripping too slowly, so we're gonna try this again. But once this is dialed in properly, within 4 to 6 seconds, you'll start to see a few drips, and then you'll get basically 2 ounces of espresso within 30 to 35 seconds. That's kind of the formula of success here. A 2-ounce double shot espresso in about 30 to 35 seconds. Good stuff.